You're tuned into the Blerdspot podcast.
What's up, world? What's up, world? How's everybody doing? It's your boy Junes88, Crystal Bay, and the homie Kid Phantom, and welcome to another edition of the Blerdspot podcast. We have a very special guest today. Phantom, the floor is yours. Let you introduce our boy today. Then I'm gonna lead it to my question.
What's going on, y'all? We have Houston, Texas, very own Mr. Todd Way with us. Sir, could you please shout out your socials?
You can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter at Todd_Way. That's TODD_WAYY.
All right.
What's up, Mr. Todd Way? Thank you for coming on the show, sir.
Hey, no problem. No problem.
Very, very glad to have you on the show. Now, I want to ask this question to kick the show off to make people really think, so break out the tinfoil hats. Now, I was listening to a podcast to hear more Patrick Cloud, damn internet, you scary. Now, it was talking about what if we were living in a simulation? All the studies say we're living in a simulation. So, if we were living in the Matrix, would you want, if you got unplugged, if you were living in the Matrix, would you want to get unplugged and see what's really out there?
If we were, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would, because that's a reason, when you always learn new knowledge, you seem to get more and more upset the more history you learn, and you learn that it was false history. So what if you get unplugged so you can officially learn the truth? It may not do you no justice, but at least you won't be rambling your whole life trying to figure it out.
But then if you remember the Matrix, that unplugged like didn't look too cool. I'm just saying, like,
I ain't saying it was gonna be a good look.
They like say, you can stay here, you can get plugged back in. Like,
and now, if they can plug me back up, then I'll live life different. I'll be okay. I know it's a simulation. Just program me with a little bit more perks. I don't know. Just help me out.
If it's a simulation, I just want to know why I'm not in the Hidden Leaf Village cuddled up with Kakashi somewhere or something.
Look.
Damn.
Like, why I gotta be here?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel you on that. I'm trying to be on the Isekai world. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just throw me in a local harem. I'll be okay. I was like, I guess best boy.
You gotta do what you gotta do. We're in a simulation, just let me go somewhere where I could just sleep and not be bothered.
Well, just put me wherever Liz can.
I'm done.
Like, just look,
Look, straight done. Rest modes.
Every time I take a nap, I got 3 kids, 1 7, 1 4, and the one is a newborn. My 4-year-old like to come and jump on my back. I'm in bed sleeping, and I'm just, and he just, Daddy, and then jump on my back like, yo, presume.
Hey, what's going on? What's up with you? Yeah.
Like I said,
like, Daddy, wake up. We gotta go play Lego Batman.
Yeah.
All right, son, we'll go play some Lego Batman.
What you say, June?
I said, well, put me wherever Liz Cambridge at. That's where I want to be.
You know what?
I already come a camera. I'm not cutting off the
Excuse me, man. Elizabeth Campaign. I've been sending you these episodes so you can see how much brother Ned June88 is infatuated with you. He like him tall, and that's the tree he wants to climb.
Facts. That is a tree he wants to climb. Look, let me just say, I just don't understand. Like, I'm in a simulation and I gotta live ghetto. Like, I don't understand that.
That's so tough. That is so tough.
That's another thing I want to know. Like, if we're in a simulation, how come I can't be like 6'8" in the NBA making money? Like, how come LeBron can do it, but I can't?
You know what's crazy? What if it is a simulation like that, and before we started the game, we programmed ourselves to live this experience?
That'd be fucked up.
That'd be
Think about it though. Like, I want to see what life like, because we probably already had life all different other ways. So we probably just playing life another way right now.
So we're various of ourselves.
I've had a similar conversation like this with my wife. But my conversation is, what if somebody, they have drugs that make people hallucinate, shrooms and all that. Yeah. What if when they taking the shrooms, the hallucinations is the real world out there? And so they're not really crazy.
Oof.
He hit you with the meme, like,
oof, like, oh, wait, did it?
Wait a minute.
Insert sci-fi.
I'm like, look, they say, so when they over there telling people, we got to give them therapy, got to take them to a psychiatrist, you just don't want them to tell us the truth. That's what that is.
So I have a question, because I mean it's only right that I asked him too, since we asked Big Lou. Y'all know what question he know what question I'm asking.
What was the question?
So,
everybody's throwing their hands on what's up.
He's about to go real dark.
So,
Just hit the
real
seatbelt.
dark, real quick. And look, Anthony already cutting off his camera and shit.
He's about to go to a real messed up place, bro.
Okay,
So
I'm ready,
you seen Loki? Have you seen Loki?
I have not seen the movie Loki yet.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but there's a variant of himself that is a female.
Okay.
So I asked them, if you saw a variant of yourself that was of your sexual preference, what you like, female, would you go there?
What? Smash myself?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
See, they call me crazy for saying this. They said I was fucked up. See, I'm not the only one. See?
What's
fucked up? I'm gonna tell you like this. You're your own judge, right? People say don't judge me. Like, everything you do in life, you judge yourself every time you go look in that mirror. So you tell yourself if you look good, if you look bad, if you do this, you do that. So if you get the opposite sex of you, or what you're attracted to in any sense, right, preference wise, as you, come on now. Then you ain't gotta, I need to find somebody. Why you gotta find someone? Boom, perfect person right there, yourself.
But question, how is it crazy? And I'm gonna cut my camera off after I say this, because I've said this before. It's not really crazy. It's just extreme masturbation.
Cut it off.
Fucking this up.
Cut it off.
Oh, come on.
Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Thank you. We ain't ever gonna get a sponsorship.
Hey, yo. But then there in the same sense though, there is the opposite extreme though, because it kind of makes you, even though a variant, what if that was like a twin? Then it's like, it's just, it don't mash up. That's not a good move at all.
But I mean, technically, there's a twin, you share the womb. A variant comes from a whole nother dimension.
Yes,
so it's a flaw. That's it then. That's it. We good.
But now that you mentioned twins, if there was two twin variants, that's thrice the fun.
Oh my god!
Don't.
See what you did? See what you did? See what you did?
I did it. I did it.
It's your fault.
It's my fault.
Jesus.
It's on me.
I'm just saying, especially if the variant looked like my wife.
That was a smooth save.
If the variant looked like my wife, I've already put a ring on.
Oh my god, that was a save if I ain't heard one, man. Dang.
Joe just don't know what he gonna do with us.
That was smooth though. You from Texas? I know you is. That was too smooth.
It's funny because that is like, you've thought about this. I said, me and my wife had this conversation before.
This is like that takes.
But she also said if my variant looked like Jimmy Uso, then I'm being replaced.
Oh, damn! The wife just honestly.
Cool, because if you got a variant that looked like Naomi, we good. You can have Jimmy, I can have Naomi, straight.
Good.
Call it white swap.
This is the foolishness we deal with over here.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I see why them cameras get cut off though. I was like, oh yeah, that was crazy. That was real.
I probably cut my camera off the least. I'm the sane one of the group.
You said it was so much confidence too. Like, trust me, there's gonna be more. There's more to come.
There's more.
She's not gonna get an argument from me on that. She is definitely the same. Even though she's insane.
Hold on. Let Aaron Donald bring his big ass on here. She gonna flip out. This camera gonna cut off.
If you get an Aaron Donald variant, it's over.
Over. Completely.
Oh man, y'all got me.
It's done.
I'm gonna have.
If she get a variant that looks like Thanos, Kakashi, or Aaron Donald, it is over.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah. That's the husband no line up.
That is it.
That's it.
Thanos, not so much the face, it's everything down. But hey.
I need an Angela Bassett. I need an Angela Bassett variant. Thank you very much.
Angela Bassett variant.
She's gorgeous.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now that's classic beauty. That's crazy.
She was about 20 years younger, 20, 30 years younger. Perfect storm.
I mean, look, she twice my age.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, she looked great for her age. She
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah,
But
she's what,
you know,
61, 62 now?
62. She looks
just-
phenomenal.
She's definitely, that's 30 years. There's no way.
Like,
There's no way.
I know I complain that I look like a child sometimes, but
Black really
hey,
don't
if I
crack.
can age as gracefully as that woman,
Graceful.
I'm
yeah.
good.
Right?
I'm good.
I said, let me go ahead and age like Angela Bassett and Cecily Tyson.
I ain't
Straight.
gonna lie to you. At first, I was like, I remember seeing her when I was younger, and then realizing she wasn't Asian. I was like, yo, she's a real life vampire. That's crazy. And nobody
Real
said
life.
about this. Like her
And
for
look,
real.
like I said, I hope I age half as gracefully as she did, because you know I got the Caucasus genetics too. So we just hope they don't kick in.
Yeah,
You're right.
you don't want to age like mayonnaise.
Look,
Oh no,
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to.
Don't have her
You know,
have her looking like a Karen out here.
look,
Speaking of Karens, Todd.
I think white people, as long as they stay unproblematic, they age
Hey,
just
we trying to
fine.
get sponsors. We trying to get sponsors.
I said that as long as they unproblematic, they age
Right.
just fine.
That's so Todd. I'm gonna ask you the same question I've asked them before.
Okay.
Have you ever met a Karen as a kid? Because I've never met nobody named Karen until I became an adult.
Oh, like actually meet someone named Karen. Yes. And I've met several. So if anybody know a lot about like Houston area, so
Yeah.
staying in Cyprus. So when I was in high school, I was in the Cyprus area near Jersey Village, and there was quite a few different individuals named Karen or Corinne or something around that line. They didn't act like that though. They wasn't like, oh, you causing a problem, it's a scene. But I definitely met people named Karen. And the crazy part was they were not white. They were black women. Yes.
I don't recall ever meeting a Karen until I became an adult.
Like,
I've never
that's what I'm
met
saying. I've never met anybody named Karen until I became like I was maybe 18 years old.
I
And my
literally
student
know somebody
advisor at
named
U of
Karen
H name
right
was Karen.
and she is black.
Oh, I know she hates it.
My supervisor's name is Karen.
Really? Is she
Yeah.
black or no?
No, she white.
Nah,
She white.
Nah, you said it was like
like I said, the only Karen I've ever met, she was white, and she was my student advisor at U of H.
cool
Okay.
though. Cool. You say student
Yeah,
advisor.
I was, and then I got into an accident, like a car accident there, and it just they kicked me out the school because my academics wasn't up to par. But
Yeah,
I had to sue them to get my money back because I lost out on like all that money I paid towards tuition. I need back because I was in a car accident. I couldn't go to class. That's the reason why I couldn't do the academics. They wouldn't work.
and you can prove it with your medical documentation.
Well, the accident happened
Okay.
on campus. It was the AFC transportation bus that hit me.
They shouldn't have held you. What?
Oh yeah, they tried, but
They tried it.
Yeah, they
That's why you
tried
should
it.
have went to TV.
Yeah.
I almost
very
went to PV because I got to the engineering program. I came to U. I decided to move to Houston. I'm from Austin, original.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to U of H for 3 reasons. One, I've always liked being in Houston. I always came every summer. 2, this is where my dad's family is from, and I never really got a chance to know them growing up. So I wanted to get to know them. And 3, my grandfather needed help taking care of his mom, so I was helping him while going to school.
Oh man, that bro. You deserve. Hold on, that's good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can feel that decision.
Yeah.
You know, you
It's
chose the
best decision I've
PWI.
made because if I wouldn't have went to U of H, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. With the ring, 3 kids.
He wouldn't have met his wife. See,
Yeah.
look at that. He just
Yeah. It lined
bring
up.
back.
Yeah,
It
it
did.
all fell into place. Because
So,
originally, when she was at U of A, she wasn't looking for me. She went up there to go hang out with her homeboy, who was my neighbor in the
So
child.
you stole somebody, girl.
That's tough. I was thinking
No.
the same thing.
Did not steal nobody's girl, but
In a lie.
technically I did, but still, that's beside the point. It wasn't his girl.
Call him Mr. Steal, girl.
Okay.
See, what it is she had a boyfriend in the military. They were on the verge of breaking up. She wanted to date the guy from high school, her friend. She dropped all kind of hints. he ain't catch them hits. And I was like, shit, I got a good ass baseball glove, caught all them hits. Okay, this is how I got with my wife.
It is
At the
best.
time I had 2 cell phones. I was a spoiled kid. I had my grandma paying my Austin cell phone bill, my grandfather paying my Houston number, right? One was T-Mobile, one was AT&T. So
He had
I'm in
two phones
a
before
room,
Kevin
I'm
Gates.
chilling. I'm hearing her
He
drop
was
these
selling
hits
product
to
to the
him.
community. Don't let a lie to y'all. He was selling product to the community.
Hey,
He
if y'all,
was.
my wife will tell y'all the same exact story. She's dropping all kind of hits to this man, right? And so I took one of my phones, slid it to her because she was just sitting there chilling, right there in front of the Xbox. I slid my phone to her, grabbed my other phone, sent a text message to that phone, and she's like, "Oh, the phone was going off." I was like, "Go ahead and check it." It was just my phone number in there. I said, "Hey, save this number." Right.
This man slick
So
as
she
hell.
texted the number. She's like, I saved it. Now what? I said, now about that boyfriend you was talking about, I think I'm highly qualified for the position.
Yeah.
And that's just from there, that's where we ended up in.
Hey, that's a
That's
smooth
dope.
story, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a nice story to share,
For
man.
sure.
And you blessed. You blessed. I'm glad everything lined up for you.
For real.
Yeah, I am enjoying life. Like I said, we got married. We've been together since we were 19. We got married when we were 22, almost 23. So we just be letting the ball roll.
That's a
That's
blessing.
dope.
Thank you. That's a blessing.
So kid, what you got lined up
All
to
right.
ask our guy here?
So go ahead and pull up my interview questions right
Oh,
here.
oh gosh. Now he's serious with it.
It's about to happen.
I literally,
We're about to get serious. Hold on, let me call for help now.
Ah,
according to the FBI,
Yeah,
these are the questions they would like to know.
All right.
yeah.
What, Todd, what started your journey into Blerd?
So my Blerd journey started from a little tangent right now. So once I came home from the military, so I served 6 years, came home, whatever, it wasn't working out, but it was like an honorable discharge. So like I got hurt. So long story short, I had 2 surgeries. I couldn't walk for like a year. I had to do health and fitness that entire year. So during that time, I fell in love with training. I always like to work out. So I came home as a personal trainer to Houston. And then I started doing like more fitness-based modeling. And then that led into one of my homeboys telling me like, hey, try this cosplay because I know you like anime. And I was trying to find something that was more family friendly, you know, at the same time, because a little bit of the modeling industry kind of changed up. So I ended up doing cosplay, posted some videos up, me just talking about anime on TikTok. Never thought nothing of it. It was just me just finding the outlet, you know, just to clear my head, start blowing up. But what I was seeing a lot of, which made me jump into like the Blerd community heavy, was the fact that there was a lot of like negative and controversy when it came to POCs. And I'm always about like, I love being Black. I love myself. I love everything about, you know, what comes with me and my people. So when I was seeing all the negativity and the hate, I would do it because I was like, there's people out here who like really aren't confident in themselves, where they're always facing people saying something negative to them and then they look like me. So for me to continue to do this and put that image out and show representation for the community, it just gives other people that same motivation, that drive, so they can inspire others to do more. So the Blerd community to me is just me putting out the representation to inspire everybody else to do the same. I'm not doing nothing that nobody else can do.
That's what's up.
No.
Can I piggyback off that question, please?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the same question I asked Miss Lou. What's the young lady who always get messed with on TikTok?
Electric boom.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how do you feel about her getting attacked? And have you been attacked the way she's been attacked? Because I sometimes feel like, man, they really come forward. Like it really beats her up. Like, yo, but she stays fighting back. She doesn't back down. So how do you feel being a darker skinned cosplayer? Like, how do you feel about her and yourself? Have you been attacked the way she's been attacked?
So for Electric Boom, me and Electric Boom actually are friends online. So we actually talk often regarding certain stuff. And when her account is banned and things like that, a few of us band together to like communicate with TikTok, make videos, post and like actually show the uproar in the community at once. So when things happen like that, we all kind of band together and we speak out about it. Personally, it happens all the time. Shit, I was at DreamCon. I posted my UA. I think it was like my UA cosplay for the high school cosplay, but I always do like UA University because I'm older. But everybody loved it. You know, everybody loves it. But at the same time, it's a sense of people are just in there to say, you know, derogatory stuff, like either dropping the N word or different variations of calling you the N word or the hood version of this. And it'll never be what you're putting out as an image. Is just as soon as they see your skin tone, they want to attack you, but they don't dislike you because they're taking the time out to engage with everything you post. And what I started to notice is a lot of this is just envy and jealousy because it's just like, man, I wish I could do that. Man, I wish I looked like that. But instead, they were raised with this messed up mindset where they just say heinous stuff. And a lot of the times you'll be surprised when you seeing these people saying this negative stuff in the comment, they're not people who are actively out there. They're just trolling the entire time. So being attacked like that consistently, I don't know how she deals with it, man. I watched this girl account get banned every single other day. Like even just like 2 days ago, she was posting about like, oh, she posted like this Harley Quinn cosplay. They banned her saying she was underage. And then there's a lot of stuff people don't know about that platform in itself. They limit your videos when you have a darker skin tone because they don't want to show the image of Black people on their platform. But the image that they promote on their platform, so because people say, oh, well, that's a lot. They show Black people all the time. The only time they show Black people on the platform in a whole when it's mixing in with their white counterparts, as far as the content creators, is when you're dancing and when you act ignorant as hell. So if you speak and educated, you have to be on a whole nother form of that platform. They got to find you in a hashtag and people support you because they're constantly engaging with that similar type of content. So the fact that I even got the following I have is just a blessing because, to be honest, like, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's constant work. And you have to fight not only these negative commenters and people engaging, but you also got to fight the dang people who are like running the platform itself. And this is not just TikTok. It happens on multiple platforms where, you know, it's just one of the things that we're trying to make our own and create our own platform. That's why the Blerd community is so important. Like, it is very important.
And one thing I noticed is it's like you said, it's jealousy. Because I mean, let's just be honest. We add sauce to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything we do, Black people add sauce to everything. Anime, like when I first started watching anime, I realized how many Black people love anime. And like the Black anime community is lit as hell.
Yes.
It really is.
The cosplays look so dope. Like it's pure jealousy because let's just be real. Your Zuko is dope as hell.
Thank you.
So,
and the thing about it is, the one thing that Tony Baker, Keon Poley, and everybody always said, like, people be in the comments talking smack are the same people that if they saw you, they wouldn't say it. But when you're in the comments, they talking reckless to you, then you respond like, oh man, I just said this so you can say something back. I knew you would.
Swear, yes.
Keyboard warrior. Comments, because for every positive comment, there's very rare that people be in the community, or the comments, responding to positive comments. Like, you know, all right, that's positive. But when you get that one negative comment, man, your cosplay trash. What'd you say? I might have said it so you can respond. I just wanted you to say something back to me. Because I knew you was.
That's the issue that needs to be with the creators themselves. Like, a lot of us as content creators, we need to actually engage with the community. They support us already. It's nothing to take a few minutes out your day to comment back. Comment to as many as you can. Like, you might not get everybody, but at least be able to get more than like a handful. If you got 200 comments, at least try to get 50 and then go back the next day if you got time to get a little bit more. But that is another reason people do get a lot of hate comments, because you can see someone whose post will go viral and they'll have like 300 comments and they'll probably comment on the first 3. And then from that part, people are like, oh, they'll never comment. They'll never see the comment anyway. They see it. They're just not engaging. So it's kind of like it's a fault on both ends at that point.
And that's how I got cool with Keenan Baker, who we had on the first episode of this season. I used to always talk to him in the comments because, one, he knows Tony Baker, he's cool with them. I'm a fan of all of them. Like, yo, and I see that he posts stuff and he's active. Let me just see if he didn't say something back. And I follow him on Twitter. He always responds back. And so when I asked him, let me hit him up, see if we can get him on the show, he responded like, oh shit, this dude really responds back. He really,
Yeah.
and that's like, I'm always shocked when I jump on somebody's comments, they respond back or say something back. And as a person who does music, I'm like, when I find artists that don't have a lot of following yet, I was talking to them in the comments or in the DM, like, yo, it's dope that you responded back to me. I didn't expect it. And it's like, that lets me know you're hands-on. So me doing music, I try to like be hands-on with my people as much as us. As far as the podcast, I try to either I'm in the comments talking, Crystal, the Phantom in the comments talk. We all try to be as active as possible in the comments, but it's like just to see how, like I'm new to the Blerd community. I'm like, yo, damn, this is really a whole damn.
It's deep.
It's
deep. It's real deep.
It's a deep community.
And it's one of the things like, it's one of the things like when on the outside looking, like, yo, I didn't know it was this serious. Like, I didn't even know, like, oh shit, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Right. And then let me go ahead and piggyback off of what Crystal Bay said about Black people in anime. All I'm gonna say is, have y'all ever noticed? June, you're not gonna notice this because you haven't gotten that far into Naruto yet.
Right.
And I don't know if Crystal gotten this far into Naruto. But you notice there's nobody from the hidden cloud inside the Akatsuki, right?
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
They try to say, what's the dude name? What's the shark guy name? Kisame? Yeah, they try to be like, oh, Kisame. I'm like, nah, dude, that man he's not at all.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's a shark.
They always try to, you notice that's one thing about anime. They always try to deflect and try to be like, well, you know, that character is kind of like that because they're not a human. They're a darker or they're a different color. I'm like, gee, you can't, every time it's an alien-based character, like a lot of people do that with Piccolo. That's why I get mad. I'm like, I consider Piccolo to be, you know, black, but at the same time, I'm like, man, he green. He's green. Like, you know.
Okay, good question. Not anime, but speaking of color, Doug, is Skeeter black?
Or is black?
I've been trying to tell
what person do you know walk around beatboxing?
I'm just saying, I'm like, yo, me and the partner had a conversation, yo, Skeeter black. High top
Skeeter's definitely.
Oh yeah, fact.
Skeeter's definitely black.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh.
Go ahead, fam.
Everybody got a cousin named Skeeter somewhere.
It's just like my guy, Usopp.
Yes.
You know, when I first saw him and I saw his daddy, I was like, oh.
Yes.
Yeah, he got to be mixed somewhere because that hair curly.
That curl. See, I said the same thing, and that's the one thing a lot of people don't know that. What's her name? Robin from One Piece. She's also she's a Russian and black. She's mixed. Yeah, so they lightened her color over the years through the it went from the manga to the animation. They changed her skin tone, even though the manga artist himself said that was a black woman. She just mixed those. You know.
They did. What's old buddy name in Dragon Ball Z? Master Roshi. They did that, boy. I'm like, man, that dude struck, man.
I mean, but if you actually pay attention to the comic books of Storm over the years, they've lightened her up.
Oh yeah, she's super light now.
She almost looked like a black woman.
She was supposed to be a tribal leader of dark skin tone, and now that's the colorism though, you know.
You can't tell me that an almost white looking woman is a princess of Kenya. Like you can't convince me of that. You just can't.
You're gonna get hit with that. You're gonna hit with that. There's all different shades in Africa. I hear you. But
look. I will shut that down quick. I am, like I said when we was off camera, I am mixed. I'm half white.
Yes.
I'm obviously light skinned, high yellow. At the end of the day, I don't want to see a light skinned Storm. I don't think you would see someone like me in Kenya. Like I just don't. Like I just really don't. You ain't gonna see unless there's a colonizer around. You ain't gonna see no little mixed girl in Kenya.
So
super facts.
So why I want Storm to look like me? I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, speaking of Storm,
she might not be playing Storm. She might be playing Madam Slay.
Who?
What's her name? Y'all know terrible name.
I can't.
Which
It's
one?
Nick.
Don't
The girl.
Zendaya? They get to play everything.
Oh, Michaela Cole.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I thought it was
She's
Michaela.
in it. She's Michaela,
In the
you know,
I call him
I'm
Yeah,
butchered.
it's probably.
We don't mean to butcher y'all names. We apologize.
We
ahead of time.
don't. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry.
We can mess somebody's name up.
I'm sorry.
Like what's
Correct.
that? Giannis got some Timberlands on.
I took the combo.
I
All right,
It's
don't get me
Giannis
started on that.
Antetokounmpo.
I'm still salty that the Mavericks did not draft him. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, they hired her, but she do look just like Madam Slay though. If you pull up a picture of Madam Slay, so she's in a mystery role, and there's only 2 roles that people speculate her to be, either Storm or Madam Slay. Which if they do Madam Slay, that means they're going to bring Killmonger back.
I see.
I mean, that's always been the plan. I mean, rule number 1 with the MCU: if you don't see a body, somebody's still alive.
True.
I thought they were going to have Tiana Taylor play Madam Slay because she kind of look like her.
I mean, Tiana Taylor looks just like Madam Slay, but maybe she didn't interview. I mean, maybe she didn't audition well.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, don't they got to go through the audition still?
Yeah, you still have to go through audition.
But some people that they like, I remember this is on the common. Gabriel Iglesias, they had an audition one time. He said, "Yo, just go." He said, "I never get out. I never make it past the furthest. No, you got just go." He said, "Yo, do I got to say no?" It's like we wanted you for the role. You didn't have to. All you had to do was show. All you had to do was show up, and he got the role. So I guess.
I think that's kind of different though. Like when they have a certain, case in point, Adam Sandler. Don't nobody audition for Adam Sandler movies.
He's gonna put in cast the same people.
Yeah, it's gonna be Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, Adam Sandler.
The only time he really cast someone is like the women.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
same
it.
women also.
He kind of do. Maya Rudolph.
Oh, you're right.
Maya Rudolph and Jennifer Aniston. Those are his go-to.
I forgot about that.
And Drew Barrymore.
Oh, love Drew.
Oh.
You know how cold that is to have a partner that whatever he has, you already know you ain't even like, Adam doing
the movie. I'm about to get a check.
Like Jim Carrey said, people of color put me on. Like I forgot what award he was getting, but he came on stage and he was talking about how Keenan Ivory put him on. Keenan Ivory do the same thing. He put all his siblings in them and he used all of them. Tommy Davidson, Jim Carrey, they group people, but each group of people got their own people.
Yeah,
that's why they got them the Rat Pack, stuff like that.
That's true though, but you know what? In the Blerd community, in the Black community, not just Blerd, but that's really how the only way we can do for us is to constantly hire within the community.
That's one thing that I actually applaud Tyler Perry on doing, because he hires within the community. That's one thing I like that Jordan Peele is doing right now, hiring within the community.
Yeah. Speaking of Jordan, I want to see. Obviously, I love scary movies. Okay. I can't wait to see that new one. Nope. I can only imagine what it's about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He's been killing it. Like Us. What was the other one? Well, Get Out. So Get Out and then Us. I'm not gonna lie to you. Us hit so different, and I didn't watch Get Out until later on because everybody was talking about it. And I was like, I'm gonna catch it. Never did. When I watched it, crazy.
Yeah, have you seen both endings for Get Out?
Well, it's 2 different versions.
They have an alternate ending.
I've only seen. Well, everybody's seen it for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I seen the ending where the grandpa is brought back with the Flash and then kills old girl and then kills himself.
Yes, and then his friend pull up the TSA.
Yes,
truck car. Yeah, there's an alternate one.
The alternate one is Joe. The alternate one is he kills the girl, and it's not his friend that pull up; it's the police, and he's in jail. But he was trying to explain to the TSA friend what was going on.
Oh, yeah. No.
The alternate ending is what we all thought was going to happen when we saw them lights pull up. Because I swear every Black person in the theater was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, like, really? And the honest part, the sad part is that would be more of the reality.
Fact.
All I gotta say is though, I want to thank Jordan Peele for letting the black person survive a horror film.
That's the
Yeah,
only way it is.
yeah,
There's not a lot of us. I mean, Buster LL Cool J did it like 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
Two. He did Deep Blue Sea and Halloween H2O.
Halloween H2O, yes.
Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea was crazy because he was the one, but he's the one who lived.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Randy's
I
did it.
figured out with horror films, because I own probably like over 300 DVDs of horror films. So what I've noticed, if there's more than one black person, everybody else gonna die except for one.
That part.
They'll keep one if there's more than one, but if there's only one, then that one gotta die.
Yeah. And you probably gonna die the first scene.
I mean,
Probably.
even a scary movie, Shorty and Ray died, but Brenda survived.
Yep. If there's more than one black person, one's gonna one will survive. Like Still Know What You Did Last Summer when you had Mekhi Phifer.
Yes.
Is that his name? Yeah, Mekhi
Yeah,
Phifer and
Mekhi.
Brandy survived.
I can't say that. Mekhi Phifer usually dies in the movies that he's in. If you pay attention, I've only seen Mekhi Phifer survive in Soul Food and Honey and 8 Mile.
But that was like them movies that had nothing to do with dying though.
They did
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't at all.
Well, I mean, he was he almost died. But everything else he's been in, he died. I think.
But I mean, we can applaud and appreciate Jordan Peele. I can't wait to see what that movie's about. I can only imagine. I feel like it's gonna be a moment where niggas look up and they just be like, nope. Whatever
I
it
know
is.
one
nope.
thing though. I hope Draymond Green is in this film.
Oh
Why?
my God.
I just want him to say nope the same way he did when he did that damn interview. Nope.
That man is hilarious.
Sure, you know what? Nope.
To be honest, who I'm waiting to see is Mark Phillips, from RDC play Bernie Mac. So he's gonna.
Yeah, I forgot he got that.
Yeah,
role.
he got that role as Bernie Mac. I want him to kill that role too. Boy, funny as hell.
Speaking of casting, I gotta get your opinion. I've asked this question. How do you feel about them not recasting T'Challa in Black Panther? They're filming it now, so we getting what we getting. But how do you feel about them not recasting?
Honestly, that's what I'm gonna say on that is I don't like the fact that they're not recasting them because we need to have that pass down. But then they're gonna have to change the story. It's like they knew the entire time this man was passing away. It's like they didn't even line it up for him to come back or maybe a passing of the torch.
They didn't know. No one knew.
No one knew.
He didn't tell anybody.
I thought with at least the studios would know in that close of proximity with them.
That's my
No one knew.
No one knew because they said he thought
in the doctors.
They said he thought he was gonna beat it.
Yeah, they thought he was gonna beat it.
But the days leading to that point, they didn't think to start moving in advance because this is Hollywood. They number everybody.
Nah, they didn't think to.
It's
like the studio found out when probably right before we all did. So he's probably already gone.
I thought they were going to position the sister to pick up the role. I thought they were going.
That was essentially the goal. Like by the third movie, that was the goal. Only because in comics, he dies, she becomes,
that would make sense.
She becomes a Black
Panther. He becomes king of the dead. Undead. Yeah, the king of the undead.
And when he became king of the undead, he rose himself from the dead.
Because he just T'Challa
because he built different.
Built different.
He built different. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And, and I've said this a lot of times. The recast is needed. I understand people are hurting. I was hurting. I met him in person twice. I remember when they were doing the different movie premieres, they were going through the different cities. They had came to Houston, and they was in that big ass Tinseltown by
I know what you're talking about. It's off near 610.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
by the
did,
little, it's like they got the forklifts and whatnot parked out front all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I
So he
got you.
did the movie premiere, and we went there, and I seen him in person, and he was like just the coolest person. He's the only person in the MCU that I've met while they were doing the MCU. I've met other people that have done that's in the MCU, but I met them before they hit their iconic role. Like I
Yeah.
met Chris Evans when he was, Human Torch. I met Michael B. Jordan when he was Vince on what's that show called? Friday Night Lights. Because Friday Night Lights was shot in Austin, and they shot his season. They shot at Johnston High School, but the games were shot at our high school stadium, which is across the street from my high school. And they used to use a lot of our students, and I was one of the extras, and like in the crowd or whatever. So that's how I got to meet him. But I met them before they hit the biggest iconic role, and so he was the only person I met. And like I seen him through other movies. Like I seen him in the Ernie Davis story. He's the only one I met while he was the Black Panther.
That's
Like
dope.
he showed up like that all black suit that he got. And it's like with the he
It's
showed
the
up.
tribal garments where he has the full suit tribal garments where it lays over. Yeah, you know exactly. Well, that's the
He showed
purple
up
one.
in that suit and he took pictures with the fans. Like he literally was there. Like the movie started 2 hours later because he said, "Hold on, let me take these pictures with these fans." And that was just that was just surreal. And I didn't get a picture, but I got to shake his hand and say thank you for bringing my favorite character to the screen. Because my favorite comic book character of all time is Black Panther. And so
He's mine too.
And so I'm more of a, I don't want them to recast, but it's essential that they recast because
T'Challa is very important.
it's not even just the mantle. I tell people all the time, it's not the mantle, it's T'Challa himself. That person is too important to the storylines that go on in the MCU for him to not be there.
Yeah.
Facts. So to keep things rolling, so we don't take up too much of your time. No, we're good. We ramble. We do that.
We do ramble.
I think all Blerds do. So,
yes.
So
what we got?
The next question I have is, what events have you done recently, and what events do you have coming up? So where people can go and see you and cosplay if you're as a guest feature or anything like that coming up.
Yes. So first things first. This is the first time I've actually done cosplay outside in the actual real world. I want to say I've done things, but I'm fairly new to cosplay. I've only been cosplaying since March of 2020, right before COVID. So I started cosplaying right during that time. And this year was my first convention. The first convention I went to was Anime Matsuri here in Houston. It's one of the biggest cons here. But I didn't go as like an attendee. I went, I was a part of their fashion show. So I did their fashion show for Tokyo. It was like Tokyo, Japan 2020, because the last year was shut down. So I did their runway. And from there, I was also working with their welcome party as a cosplayer. And I worked with Karmacon. So online, he goes by karmic.con. Corey, really good guy. He's a part of the Blerd community and the American Natasha community. So he's bringing the newer model cars that have anime wraps, Marvel wraps, and things of that nature.
Those cars are looking real dope. I saw one.
So you're going to see a lot of that. He's leading the forefront. So when you're starting to see those at the conventions and things like that, I hope y'all see Karmacon out there doing his thing. The next thing was the next event I went to was Comapalooza. Comapalooza was crazy. I went as a vendor. Me and my girl went down there. She has a business called Way Creates. Way Creates, she sells merchandising and things. So she went out there, did her thing. I just went to have a good time as a cosplayer, communicate, just do the content creating. And from there, the next event was DreamCon. DreamCon, like I say, DreamCon was a movie. I met so many individuals: RDC World 1, Caleb City, Long Beach, Lennar, Minicon. There's so many names. I know I can't remember everybody's name right now, but just outside of those content creators, I met like Fantastic Frankie. I met Toasty Marshmallow and a few other individuals who are really doing things in the community. Outside of that, the things I have coming up will be WeebCon. I have WeebCon. That's oh my God. WeebCon, that's August 13th through the 15th. I'll be down in Dallas. Now, before I go down there, though, I'm going to be doing the Suicide Squad premiere here in Houston. So if everybody wants to come out and hang out with me at Cidercade, it's like a...
Oh, Cidercade. Go by Cidercade.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to be at Cidercade pretty much this... I'm going to be at Cidercade this week on the 30th. If y'all want to come hang out, I'll be there 7 p.m. So I'll be there 7 to 9, maybe a little bit later, depending on who pulls up and wants to hang out and whatnot. That's going to be for the Suicide Squad premiere. And just it's just a lot of cons going up, y'all. So if y'all just really want to keep up and see what's going on, I'll be dropping things on my story from time to time, making posts about it. But this is my running year, so I'm doing a lot of content creating. To veer out of the Blerd community for like 2 seconds, I just recently did had a deal with Gorin Brothers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Gorin Brothers, but they're the ones who have a lot of the upscale hats and things like that. So when you see like the black guys with beards with the hats, so I did a gig with them, and it was amazing. It was surreal. It was something I wasn't expecting. Regina Moretto from Anime While Black. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with Anime While Black, but me and her work hand in hand. Yes, so I'm telling you right now, great individual. I work with her often on a lot of different projects. So yeah, that's just what's going on right now.
That's what's up. I know I got my ticket. I'm waiting on these two jokers to get there to go to Fan Expo. I know I'm gonna hit up WeebCon. It's hosted by Wild West Weaves, a comic book shop or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I know Anime Dallas I'm going to in November. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Seeing each other often because I'll be back and forth in Dallas all the time.
I'm trying to hit up more Houston cons too. I missed Comic Palooza because I had to work. But yeah.
And my thing is, like I said, being new to the Blerd community, being new to the anime community, like I just say Blerd, fuck it. But it's like, I didn't know it'd be so many different freaking cons that be jumping. I didn't know this shit was, only cons I know about is sneaker cons.
Nah, they got a ton of
all this. I know about that. I know about Comic Con, sneaker cons. I didn't know that con. What's up?
Say I know about the gun con.
Hey, I know about them too. I mean, we wouldn't be from Texas if we didn't know about the gun con.
Oh, I almost forgot. For anybody who's gonna be down here on the 13th of next month, CloverCon, they just opened up some new stuff right in Humble. So gotta come pull up, man. It's gonna be in Humble on the 13th, that Friday night.
Well, you should pull up for
Afro Cocoa Puff, the girl who sings the
isn't black.
She gonna be down there. We're gonna be guests down there. So if y'all want to come hang out, we'll be there.
Shoot me that link because, like I said, I stay in Humble. And everything in Humble is so tight. Everything is just close.
Yeah,
it'll probably literally be like.
That's what I'm saying. You need to hit it up and represent for us. It's easy for you to get to.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know the game was this deep. I didn't know it was like, yo.
It's real deep.
And
there's another
con. For real. Like
I forgot. I'm going to Toycon. Because the voice actor for my guy Dobby is going to be there, and I want to get my Funko signed. That $200 Funko I got, I'm just trying to increase its value. So
I needed a Hawks pop or something because I was sitting up thinking to myself like I don't have. So I'll show you real quick.
Are you getting that?
So I have a bunch of these here. So I had the Mina and Best Genius, Almighty, and all those.
Don't get me started. I got the metallic Todoroki.
Okay, yeah, you own.
I got the convention Bakugo and the regular Bakugo. I got the convention Dabi. I I got the Entertainment Earth exclusive Deku. Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, you got some heat. You got the secrets. Okay, say less.
Yeah, I got the one with the stickers on it.
But the crazy part is you ain't got Luffy though. I don't know. You got Luffy?
He's coming in the mail. He's coming in the mail. He's coming in the mail.
People be sleeping
He
on
on his way.
He on his way.
I had to get you. You got that one piece behind you. I had the same thing. People always like, bro, you always got one piece behind you. You don't watch One Piece like that. I was like, it's still a classic. It's a part of the big three.
I got that Luffy coming in the mail, and then the Hot Topic exclusive one where he has on like this robe or something.
Yes.
I got that one coming too. They just dropped pre-orders for it again. So
Now Hot Topic be having heat. People sleep on it too.
They do.
look, I'm just waiting for all my Demon Slayer ones. Like when they announced the Demon Slayer, I went a little crazy. Not gonna lie, I bought every single one I could. So as soon as they drop, I'll be getting those. The only one I couldn't get because it sold out quick because of bots was the Hot Topic exclusive Tanjiro, and then
we got
the Amazon exclusive Tanjiro. I couldn't get that one either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes time to try to get Tanjiro, I have several figures, but I usually get them from the Otaku box. But I'm about to start getting figures outside of the Otaku box because my box in itself, the crate that I have established, is mostly for waifus. So I only get like waifu based characters, and I need to actually have more diversity, especially when I'm sharing on a platform. So trust me, I get it. They're just hard to come by, and they'd be overpriced sometimes.
They do. So that I think it's Otaku Academy. Is that the name of it? I don't know. Somebody you be wearing the shirts. I actually.
Code Otaku.
Yeah, that one, Code Otaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, I followed them. I checked out their page. They got a nice Zenitsu one. I'm gonna get on that pre-order.
I'm not gonna lie. I seen that they have Tanjiro, Inosuke, Nesco. But I talk to the owner all the time, and I'm telling you right now, he got some heat on the way. Like,
okay, because I definitely want to hit up. We want to showcase more Black creators, like not just with anime merch, but even like comic books. Black-owned comic book lines and stuff like that. Really showcase that because I mean we're a Blerd community, and my best friend had a great point. But all we talk about is stuff that white people created or Asian people created.
But that's the thing right there. The Blerd community needs to do more. Like, see, this is the thing. We support each other heavily, right? So our dollars do matter. That's something I feel like people don't. The old mentality is still stuck in a lot of our heads where like, oh, Black people don't support one another. That is a lie. Black people do support one another all the time, and we also are willing to spend our dollar for a Black business. We just need more consistency within the Black community and the business. If we take our business just as serious, we will be on the same par. We will be up to par, if not more. This goes all the way back to but that's history based. I ain't even gonna touch base on that. But Black Wall Street, to say the least, for those who are familiar with that history.
I'm gonna back off what you just said about supporting Black businesses, doing Black things. Not us in general, people in general. When it comes to Black businesses, a lot of y'all gotta stop asking for freaking hookups. What I mean? They go in, yo, can I get a half off? Can I get a free? Can I get hey, you wouldn't ask the white guy over there for a discount. You will pay.
Nope.
You don't ask Gucci for a discount when you go in there.
Nope. They don't even ask Walmart for a discount. What you mean? Gucci, they don't ask Walmart.
I coupon at Walmart. That's how I get my discounts.
Because I'm on a roll. They ask us for discounts. Merch, I've been here with the merch discount. I had a buddy, not a buddy of mine, a homie of mine tell me one time, yo, can I get a free t-shirt? I don't even get free t-shirts. I gotta buy my own t-shirts. So I'm like, if I gotta buy my own t-shirts. And he had DM'd me about it. Then after I said, bro, they tried to like, yo, can I get one? Like, bro, I don't even get free shit. I gotta buy my own shit. So I feel like as Blerd community people, we gotta like stick together. People in Black community in general, like, bro, we all gotta scratch and get it together. But it's like when it comes to the Blerd community, we gotta stop doing the white people's stuff, showing them all the praise, getting them all the glory. Then nobody comes to our stuff. Like, yeah, we gotta
Mhm.
band. We really gotta band. I said it because we all gotta be like band together. Like, yo, we can
It's
do
like,
we can do y'all shit better.
and that's the thing right there in itself, like you just stated. It's just like, as a business owner and someone who has a brand, you have to take that serious, right? And I mean it like this. I know people who won't get up at 4 a.m. to work on themselves, but if a job tell you to show up at 4 a.m, you're gonna be up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you there. Might be sitting outside an hour early because that's a structured check that you see is safe. But if I fire you, then it's not safe no more. But instead of having this thing that you're creating for yourself, investing that same time in, it's like people always complaining when the job not paying you enough, but then you can go and make that job your own, right? Put in the hard work. So you can see all those turning tables. So you can say like, oh, I don't see so-and-so doing that. It's because they already grinded. Now they got you working for them.
Right.
We got to get out the mindset of thinking that just because we go to somebody else's job, they owe us something. Create your own brand, create your own business, because they don't owe you nothing. Because I tell people all the time, once you're established at that point where you don't even go to your own business, because you probably stay way in Timbuktu or some other state, and you got 30 other stores and you have people just running it, you sleeping making money. And I know that's a goal we all want to get to. It's just like, as in the Black community, we got to stop teaching our children to like go get the job. It's going to be safe. Get the education because it's going to be safe. It's just like teach them trades, teach them how to actually learn things, teach them credit, finances that are things that you will need, and also real history so they can go with a sense of knowledge of self. Because myself personally, I have mixed kids. My children are mixed, but at the same time, I always try to tell people it's just like, this is a little bit of a tangent. I know it's off subject. I know a lot of times people are like, oh, people don't love their women. Don't be picky choosing. And this is not directed towards anybody here, but I know a lot of Black men literally go and picky choose the type of girls they like based on color. And then especially within the Blerd community, we always say like, oh, those girls weren't checking for us, they weren't looking for us, they weren't interested in us. It was like they were. The girls that were interested in things you were interested in, you weren't interested in them. You were interested in someone who particular probably like sports or like the hip hop, or maybe a little bit more like, tough around the edges type of guy. And that's not what you were depicting. So you weren't getting selected in that way. And it's
Let's just be real, because they was running down the hall doing Naruto run.
Yeah, you was being on something that was different. If you was on that different, that was somebody that probably thought you was like the funny guy, and they actually thought you looked handsome doing that, but you was completely avoiding that particular individual. So it's like a lot of trauma built up, and that carries on into the adult life, and then it's retaught. So it's just like, I like getting that type of things out the way, because it's just like, let's look at what's in front of us. Let's work on bettering the community as a whole, instead of looking at things from like, oh, well, why these people got it and we don't got it? We don't have to ask somebody to get a table. We don't have to ask nobody to put us on. Put yourself on, put yourself in position with your people. Because at the end of the day, like, a lot of people will use you as the token. Nobody wants to be the token friend in the group, the token business in the company. Because at the end of the day, you just looked at it as like, oh, we threw them a bone so they can go ahead and get on. Like, I get it. A lot of us do things for financial means. But once we stop asking for seats and having our own things set, like you talking about the thing with the creator of us, like, come on, at the end of the day, we have individuals like that, like Pill, like, come on now, we need more individuals like that. Yep. So I don't know, I just think about it as a whole.
No, I feel you, because you get mad, to use, the Jordan Peele example, we get mad, we die first in horror films. So it's like, why not create a horror film where you don't die first?
Exactly.
I was telling Crystal earlier before we all got on, like, I ain't gonna talk about what we say when we speak on, but like doing stuff yourself, creating stuff yourself, so you don't have to put up to somebody else's. Yo, I want to do this. I can do it myself, and I could probably do it better than what you're doing. And Pill doing this thing, killing it, and I'm all for doing it. If you want to do whatever you want to do on your own, I'm all for it. I support it, because as a musician myself, I don't think I can say I've never did nobody else's gig. I always do mine, and I put my boys on with me. I always bring my boys with me, and we kill it every time. Like, one of my dogs, he got a whole band that they killing it. But when it comes, when I assemble the team, like, yeah, I got something for, I put them on and we wreck shop every fucking time. I'm like, let's do it ourselves. Let's not got a bed for a seat with these people. Let's do it ourselves and keep the money in-house. Then have to give people money to be like, can we be a part of your stuff? We gotta do a background check. We gotta do it. We gotta listen. Nah, fuck that shit. Let's do it ourselves.
Yeah, do it yourself. Make your own tables. Yeah.
And I feel like when we do make our own tables, I'm not going to put, list any names because, you don't want to burn any future bridges. But when you do make your own table and you advertise that table as being for us, and then it's not for us, we got to start doing that too.
Yeah. And it's not, don't look at it as you're doing something to be political or you're doing something to try to make sure that you're furthering the company in a certain way, because at the end of the day, the people who respect you, they're gonna lose respect for you in that very instance. So
facts. Because at the end of the day, as Black creators, as Black podcasters, Black cosplayers, Black nerds, anything with the word Black in front of it, we need those safe spaces. We need a safe space to be able to dress up in any cosplay we desire, because we need a safe place where we can talk about comic books and nerds. Because even as a woman, I'm light-skinned and in cosplay, I probably won't get the same heat that darker skinned people do. But being a woman, especially on a platform where I talk about nerd stuff, I get gatekeeped all the time. Not by these guys. That's why I love them. But it's like you got that one dude, you say, oh yeah, I like Naruto. Oh really? Well, in episode 76, 3 minutes in, the guy on the left, what color shirt was he wearing? It's like, I don't know.
You even know that?
You don't really watch anime then. It's like, okay. So, we need these safe spaces where we as Black people, male and female, cis, male, female, all the labels, no disrespect. There's just a lot of them.
I want to ask a question.
It is a lot of labels. No
disrespect. There's just a lot of them. But we need a safe space for all of us to be able to create the content we create, cosplaying, podcasting, Comic-Cons, all that. That's why, DreamCon, what I saw, hate we missed it, but it just looked so beautiful. There were other people there. DreamCon was inclusive to everyone, but at the same time, I feel like DreamCon created that safe space for people of color.
But it was a space where you didn't feel like you stuck out like a sore thumb because you were the Black cosplayer or the guy who's at the convention who just happens to be Black at this particular convention. And to be honest, DreamCon did a very good job of making everything very accessible. The creators were very open. We had the guys come through with the entourages and whatnot, but it was for a reason. It wasn't for anything bad, and I really look at that for what it is. So it was a good spot.
Man, hearing about DreamCon remind me of those. Y'all remember back in the early 2000s, the old BT Black College weekends they used to do at the colleges, and show you about all the HBCUs, and it looked like as when you in high school, you seeing that shit like, oh, I want to go to college now. I don't know what I want to do. I want to be a part of that right there.
When they did the college tours, that stuff was dope.
That was dope.
And I feel like,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just feel like we need that kind of dopeness and stuff for people in the Blerd community. We like comic books, we like gaming, we like anime, we like all this stuff, even music.
It's like all that shit made me want to go to college, made me want to go pledge, made me all the stuff I didn't do. It made me want to do it. Like, yo, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life in college. But I didn't know shit about shit. Like, all right, I'm gonna go to this college. I'm gonna pledge this, and that's what the fuck we gonna do. So we need something like that for the Blerd life.
And I say DreamCon like
the
really
bus.
Blerd bus. That'd be dope. Do like a tour around the US. That
That'll be
idea was heard here first. Just saying. Don't steal
Blerd,
people.
but copyrighted, traded. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Mm,
what
But
man,
that
Blerd
would
was-
be dope. But I mean, like DreamCon. Let me just say, I was hating watching everybody's stories. Like, whatever. Wish I was there.
yo,
Right.
It
fam,
looked lit.
what you
Yeah.
got?
super lit.
Yo, fam, hit us with the last.
What else you got? What else you got for?
The next question I have for you: what has been your favorite cosplay that you have done, and what is the best one you have seen?
My favorite cosplay that I've done, and it's one that probably doesn't get done that often that y'all see. It would have to go to my Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That
I
that
just started watching
cosplay,
JoJo.
yeah, JoJo's is so. Not gonna lie to you, Stardust Crusaders is my favorite part of JoJo's. I enjoy the other ones. That's my favorite part, and the reason I say it's my favorite cosplay is because this year I was officially published. So I officially became a published cosplayer through Cosplay Realm magazine. Appreciate
That's
y'all.
what's up.
Appreciate y'all.
That's dope.
I never expected something like that because it's like we always say, it's like we don't see too many Black people in these magazines and are like spoken on in a good light. So it was just like, that's my favorite cosplay. Now, as far as favorite cosplay that I've seen, it's too many good ones. Like you got like Kiara Please, who's always killing it. You got Sailor Goons, always killing it. His cosplays go crazy. You have Venture Bros, crazy cosplays. My homegirl, she does like balloon work, she does Paris cosplay. Then you have, and then I'm not on a bias where I don't enjoy and appreciate all cosplays, like, right? So I'm gonna name this good cosplays when I see good cosplays.
Right.
My homeboy is a cosplayer. He's a cosplayer. He don't really even post. And that's another thing. There's good cosplayers that you won't even see on social media. They just do their builds behind the scene and be on about their way. But what I can say is I have the twins. They always with Anime While Black. Chevette and Klaus, Kinryu and Kaganeko. They beautiful cosplays, go crazy each time. Like I say, it's just, there is no best cosplay I've seen because you never know what somebody gonna pull up in. I seen some people with like mecha Gundam suits at Anime Missouri, just full on Gundam suits. I was like, damn, like y'all different. Like, that you don't see that every day.
Man,
So to
that's
piggyback off that
actually
question,
Go ahead.
do you have any new cosplays lined up?
Yes.
So
So
We'll see him when we see him. That's a we'll see him when we see him.
Don't say it.
all right, say less. But yeah, there's some new ones on the way, y'all.
Yes.
That's just
Now, next question I have is: have you ever thought about incorporating your real life into your cosplay? I'm not gonna lie. I browsed your social media and I saw that you was in the Navy, and that actually makes me happy because I got a little cousin in the Navy, and I think he just became a SEW. So,
Yeah.
And then my uncle retired from the Navy after about 30 years, and my dad used to be in the Navy. He was a captain ship.
Okay. All the service,
That's
all the
a hard
service. You
position to
got
get, huh?
lineage. Okay, you got some lineage, man. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
for
my
y'all
dad's the
service,
only one who
man.
got a dishonorable discharge, though.
Hey, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm low key proud of your dad. Like at the end of the day, like I say, the more you educate yourself in the things you see, it make you move different. So he just wasn't letting nobody tell him what to do, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not even that. He got dishonorably discharged for a stupid reading. They
Don't be
forgot
putting your
to.
daddy business. Don't be putting your daddy business.
Yeah,
out
you
there.
about to
My dad would
out.
tell this story to anybody, and he
Okay.
don't mind me telling it. What happened is they forgot to tell him about daylight savings time, and they were in another country. And so he showed up to the docks thinking it was 6 a.m, but it was 7, and they were already gone.
Wait, you can't do. See, no. See,
So
when
he had
they
to
do
go
that,
find. He got to go find, I guess, like wherever they can call on the sat phone and have them come back to come get him.
Where you squad at? Like, where you
But they
boy?
called that
Yeah.
they considered it AWOL.
But that's during that time he shouldn't have been discharged, because at the end of the day they're not even supposed to leave due to counting. So it's a manning issue. So whoever was the counting guy, the ones who were supposed to do all of the leadership, I did this for, like, to be completely honest, bro, I was a guy who had to be responsible for a lot of stuff. So when it comes to stuff like that, each individual is responsible for the next individual. So whoever was supposed to be his bunkmate, or in the same sense, who was ever in his squadron, let him down. So that was not an issue that your dad should have been discharged for. That was
I guarantee it was his bunkmate, because his bunkmate wanted to be captain chef, but the captain chose my dad, and so
yeah, that was trying to find anything to get him up out of there.
mhm.
It was something. I'm sorry. It was something that was said that I was supposed to answer. I had missed.
What do you incorporate? Like, have you thought about incorporating like your personal into a
Like, have you ever thought
cosplay,
about
like
putting
making
on your
it
navy
your own?
whites and cosplaying as Popeye Sailor Man?
Okay. So incorporating. So I do that on the regular. So I do this thing. What I call it, otaku wear, or otaku streetwear. So I'll wear like partial cosplays with. I'm wearing it right now, actually. Like the Tanjiro robe. I got on like some Tanjiro socks, and just casual. Like, so I actually incorporate characters. This is a Nesco shirt. It's just you can put it together in a way to where you still doing casual. That's what we call it, casual cosplay. So we incorporate cosplay into regular life every day, so we can still be representing at all times, because it's a brand. So you want to market yourself in any way possible. Don't get me wrong, I don't dress like this every day. Like I like wearing button ups, and I like dressing a little different. So at the same time, I still like to market myself so people can know what I'm interested in. Like when people see me, I want them to be like, that guy likes anime. That guy must do something in that community with that. So it starts a conversation, especially for people who are in the Blerd community, otakus, weebs in general. Like if somebody see you wearing an anime shirt or a Marvel shirt or something of that nature, it starts a conversation. So you want to be able to carry your brand around with you at all times.
Legit. I was at Walmart. I went to pick up 2 items. Had a whole 45-minute conversation with a girl because she had on a Dragon Ball Z shirt, and I had on I had on a Naruto shirt.
Oh yeah,
right.
Same with the wrestling community. You see a dude with a Bullet Club shirt on or anything wrestling related. Phantom, no, like it's a whole 45. It's a whole hour.
Yeah,
you
that's a classic.
You got.
I still watch The Rock for that reason too. That's crazy that you said it's wrestling. I'll be watching The Rock like, man, I remember used to do the people's eyebrow, all of that.
Look, the last episode, I was telling Lucia, I was like, bro, I love The Rock so much. I couldn't move both my eyebrows, so I sat there, did eyebrow ups. I did eyebrow ups till I got it. Now I can raise one eyebrow. So
the dedication, though, that's what we call
dedication.
It was the dedication. I think we all did it. It's like you gotta get it, and you have to get the frown right. You feel, I know. I used to be in the mirror every day trying it.
Yeah. It's like you see somebody with the gear, and you gotta check them. You gotta see if you ain't just false claiming the colors. Like, hey,
it's the same with horror.
It's the same. Like
anytime,
too. That's crazy.
Anytime I wear this shirt, people be like, "Oh, I love your shirt. Thank you." I love horror films.
Horror films are what it said. I love the fact that you said that too. And that's the one thing about the Blerd community. We so diverse that we can just talk all things, not just a particular niche, right? We don't have to be like, I love anime, but I know I definitely love more than just anime. But it's just one of the things that's one thing I really enjoy about the Blerd community, that we can just talk about everything that we enjoy, and we are around a bunch of like-minded individuals. We're not all trying to be on some like, oh, I'm like this, I don't like this, I think that's like off, I'm old, too old. I hate when someone tells you, or you too old for something. First off, how are you too old to appreciate artwork that someone works really hard on, or strips, or even movies that are being written? I'm just like, I don't get it. People will tell you too old to appreciate hard work. That makes no sense.
And I want to add
and I'm glad you said what you just said, though, about us being able to enjoy stuff outside, like not being in one box. And the next question I have for you is, what do you enjoy outside of cosplay?
Outside of cosplay, I'm a real big advocate on health and fitness and family time. I'm a really big advocate of that, because it's like So for myself personally, I have 2 boys and a daughter. They are 8, 9, about to be 10 in September, and a 3-year-old. So the reason I had to step off camera earlier is my 3-year-old was like, kind of getting antsy and needed to see what daddy was doing. So I like to have my family time incorporated heavily. Thank you. I like to have family time, and that may involve, COVID really took away one of my biggest outlets outside of cosplay. And that would have been, I used to love to go on small trails and hikes and whatnot through the city, or go traveling and whatnot. It's just after I stayed, obviously been in the military, I stayed in Hawaii for years. So I was so used to going on hikes and like trail runs to coming back here and then getting confined after Harvey. It was just like disaster after disaster. It's just one of those things. Life is trying to reset you for something better. So I think all of that happened for a reset for me to be focused on something I enjoyed as a child. Like I loved anime when I was little, and I was growing, and you start falling into those little tropes where you're trying to be the athlete, the this, the that, but you're still you at the end of the day. Like you can wear all those different hats, but you will forever be whoever you was in that sense where you were finding yourself. I was always the nerdier guy, but I never had the image of that guy. And that's the thing where I feel like people got to stop also looking at a book by its cover. Well, you don't look like the type of person who watches that. What is a person who enjoys anime or cartoons or horror or wrestling or DC, or what do we look like in order to enjoy it? Can we just enjoy it?
Diverse as hell is what we look
Yeah,
like.
let's be diverse. That's
where I wouldn't expect somebody who looks like who's a good 2 Chainz to be watching, and I wouldn't expect,
and he probably do.
And he probably
like
do.
2 Chainz is a Blerd.
It's like saying I would.
It's like people don't expect someone that looks like Michael B. Jordan or Meg Thee Stallion to like anime.
And Megan is a big anime fan. Like she straight up is dedicated to it, and she grew up right here in the city.
I would honestly tell you, I wouldn't, if I saw her at the barbershop doing somebody hair, getting her hair, I wouldn't think she would know a damn thing about Blerd. I'd nothing like, all right. Then she go, oh shit. I never.
And she incorporates it in her freestyles all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Girl did a whole photo shoot for a magazine dressed up as Todoroki.
It's Todoroki? Yes.
So, I mean, girl, look, that is actually my dream interview. Like, I just want to talk Blerd with Megan.
I forgot I don't remember what anime it was, but when they said they like a tall girl like Megan Thee Stallion, she retweeted that like 4 times.
I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Yeah, she's a fan. Like at the end of the day, a lot of, and it goes into every field. Like I know pro athletes who are sponsored by Crunchyroll because they've been watching anime their whole life. It's just it's too diverse, and then people are starting. That's why it's no longer you're still a part of the alternative crowd, but there's no more out crowd. Now there's a group. So you say like now if you go somewhere you say like, hey, I like One Piece, you're gonna have so many people like, oh my God, I love One Piece too. And then they feel as though they're obligated to be like, hey, I really want to get into it. Do you have any recommendations? It's like the world has changed in that dynamic, and I love that. So we need to get away from so many gatekeepers. I get it. A lot of people haven't been here for the long run, but let's not keep them on the out crowd of everything. But at the same time, all of the new people who are joining the community, y'all got to also respect what was already out, because I feel like a lot of the times, like people will come into the community and be like, oh, that's just trash. You are about to make a whole lot of people mad by making this statement.
I never called One Piece trash. I just always said it was difficult for me to watch.
That's the difference.
I know there's this one group I'm in though. It's a Blerd group, and every time I mention Bleach, these new people.
See,
I like Ichigo.
I'm gonna say it like this: Bleach fans, from my Bleach fans, we get it. It was a well-written anime. It has great
I understand that.
But don't sit here and Bleach fans are quick to say everything is so iconic. I'm like, bro,
Nah,
I
they
get
doing too
they had a bunch of elite fights, but the same sense you didn't have the fandom doing what they did for Naruto or One Piece. Naruto and One Piece fans were making AMVs 24/7, small memes, keeping the anime relevant throughout the years. How many Bleach fans consistently creating AMVs and memes to keep Bleach current? So now you got all these Bleach fans that were in the closet coming out like Bleach is the best anime and everybody else is silly if they don't think that.
I see them more so when they do
to.
the Mount Rushmore of anime, and it's always that fourth one left blank, and everyone is like, well, who would you put in the fourth spot? Because it's always Goku, Naruto, Luffy, and then they're like, well, what about the fourth?
You have to put Ichigo. You have to still put Ichigo there because they, based on historical sales, right, and also influence, you would still put Ichigo up there for Bleach because that was an overpowered main character. For an MC, this man had some of Kinsey blood, Soul Ripper, like from the very beginning. Then I think he was like half hollow. Like, this man was like built different. So you gotta understand. Like, I ain't gonna take him out the game now. Like he's still strong for real.
And to piggyback off of like the different categories and Blerd that we could branch off to, as you know, I mean, you saw my shirt. I love horror, all things horror.
Yeah.
What's your favorite horror series?
Favorite horror series, like style of horror? I like.
Example, so you know exactly what I'm asking. Scream is my favorite series, like movie series. I love Scream.
Okay.
Can't wait for the fifth one.
Okay. So I can actually say a new one. Why is it not the Conjuring movies? I enjoy the Conjuring movies. Okay, and outside of the Conjuring movies, there's the other one.
So the Conjureverse has Annabelle, The Nun, La Leona. I never say that. And the Conjuring. That whole universe.
But it's that one, but it's the other one. And the name is, but it's like the brothers. Well, the son is in there named Dalton. Insidious. The Insidious.
Insidious.
That is, I mess with Insidious heavy because everything about the twist, the dynamics, I used to like those old Johnny Depp movies where he would have like the psychological themes. I like all thrillers like that. But when you introduce horror with that, Insidious was like, it was just a good series. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that song in the first Insidious is still creepy today. Yeah, that's still creepy.
He like M. Night Shyamalan movies because he got the plot twist in this shit.
Yes, I enjoy M. Night Shyamalan a lot, but I just don't like. I don't like the cliffhanger
We don't forgive
endings.
Him. Yeah, we don't forgive him. We don't forgive M. Night.
What?
For that Avatar movie, we do not forgive him at all.
Him did Avatar?
I can't.
Yeah, he did.
Did he do Avatar? He did something with it.
He just took a lot of stuff off.
He didn't do Avatar. He did the last Airbender.
Not blue people Avatar.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Michael Bay. Did Michael Bay do Avatar?
No, that was Jordan.
No, not that. The last
James Cameron,
the live
James Cameron.
He took away a lot of the key scenes, like the orb that Aang was floating. That's one scene that kind of made like no one can see the air. So the reality was he was supposed to be floating there mid, and everybody's supposed to be terrified. If you can see it, then it just takes away the whole appeal. They took away Katara's dancing scene for training. These little splashes of water was nothing like the actual the animated version.
Look, let me tell you something. First of all, who is Aang? I just want to put that out there. Who is Aang?
I didn't want to do it till Aang.
Who is Aang?
Yeah.
Secondly, why did we have one of the Cullens playing soccer?
Oh yeah, I didn't even touch base on yeah.
It was whitewashed. The Cullens, one of the Cullens played soccer.
Yeah, they always do that though. That's anytime they do role casting, they always try to make sure it's white.
But what pissed me off is the natives in the Southern Water Tribe were Inuit.
Yeah.
But then you had the main characters from the Water Tribe as white people.
That's how they always do. They don't want to cast any. There's plenty of people they could have casted of color, but they didn't want to.
And then let me not get started on my
You know
favorite
what, though?
nation.
I'm not even gonna fully
Avatar.
blame M. Night.
The
And I'ma tell you
the
why.
Fire Nation. Hold on, you can tell me why if I'm done with my rank. So the Fire Nation, because that's my nation. Azula is my girl. First of all, where were the ponytails? Like I need my ponytails.
Yeah.
Where are my ponytails? Secondly, where's Fat Uncle Iroh? First of all, they called him Ero.
He was slim. He was slim as hell, huh? And
He was
fit.
slim, and they called him Ero. The scene where they did the earthbend and they did all that dancing for a little stone that they could have just picked up and threw. Then they gave Aang Katara's whole speech that she had to the earthbender. I was like, the fuck? That's Katara's speech. And then lastly, the reason why he ran is because he couldn't have a family. That was so stupid. That's not why the Avatar ran.
That's not why he ran.
Okay,
That's
they
not
know
why he-
anything about anything. He ended up getting a family.
Yeah.
What's our final thought, guys? What's our final thought?
No, but the reason why I say I'm not gonna blame M. Night and I'm gonna more so blame James Cameron is because they were fighting to release their movies at the same time. See, M. Night wanted to do it right originally with Avatar: The Last Airbender and making a series. It was like 2 or 3 movies. But because James Cameron was like, no, I'm releasing a movie named Avatar before you. And they were fighting with each other, and James Cameron's happened to come out first and shit on everything in the movie verse at the time.
You can try to sugarcoat shit, but it's still shit.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
It was still shit.
That's how you feel?
I mean, shit happens.
I blame.
That's how you
Shit
feel?
does happen. That is exactly
But
how
I believe-
blame M.
but
Night
I'm-
Shyamalan.
I feel like if they weren't fighting for the name, if M. Night got to do it, M. Night wanted to do it in the realm of like a Snyder cut. You know what I mean?
He had a whole cartoon on how to say the name correctly, and they still couldn't do that.
You just have to watch it.
Hands up. My hands up on that. But what I'm saying is,
Me and
know
M.
the
Night
movie could
Shyamalan
have
can
been
fight.
better,
He can
and I
catch
don't
these
fully
hands on
blame
fight.
him only because he was rushing to make the movie come out.
Nah. He can catch these hands on fight.
He can't
That's
make
it.
it.
We
Not
gotta,
make it at all.
we gotta wrap it up.
Can't make it.
All
It
right.
ain't, it ain't
All
gonna
right.
happen like that.
All right, yo.
All right.
Yo, Todd, bro, drop it. Once again, shout out your social media, where they can find you, what you got coming up.
I got you. Once again, the name's Todd Way. You can catch me on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter at Todd_Way. That's TODD_WAYY.
Right on. So you heard the man. Make sure you follow him, and make sure you follow us, the Blerdspot Podcast, on Instagram, the Blerdspot Podcast, Twitter, the Blerdspot Pod, Facebook, the Blerdspot Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Just type in the Blerdspot Podcast in your search bar, and that's all our social medias right now. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, June38, Crystal Beta, homie Kid Phantom, and thank you, Todd, for being on the show once again. And we are out of here.
Thank you for watching the Blerdspot Podcast.